Jared wants to know, what's the best way to scale a business with an inherently low profit margin?
So Jared's got a low profit margin issue. He's asking the best way to scale it.
Yeah.
Jack, Suze?
New products, new innovation, new angle. If you've got, the last thing you want to be thinking about is making large something with small margins. You want to find ways to take the assets you have and transform it into a high growth, exciting player in maybe adjacent fields. But take the assets you have and deploy them to grow the business, but not maybe the existing business completely.
Suze?
Get away from the low margin businesses, create services, right? I mean, isn't that what you did at GE?
Yeah.
You took all the stuff that was low margin and you added on high margin services. You don't want to be in a low margin business. You got to do everything with your innovation and creativity
And services.
to get away from it.
I'm going to go with an interesting different angle from an own life experience. When I got into my dad's business, it did $3 million in revenue and ran on 10% gross profit before expenses. It was a family business, right? It was
Right.
That's low margin.
Yeah.
The liquor business is bad because there's a middle wholesale part
Right.
that takes 25% of the 50% that a retailer normally takes.
Right.
Extremely low margin. What I did was actually went the other way, meaning I took the low margin items that were driving the store's business and I actually bet on them. What I did was I took all the items like Santa Margarita, Kendall Jackson,
Yeah.
the liquor items that were low margin at cost, by the way, and I used them to market, to drive people into the store as the honey, and then I merchandised the store and built the brand that they came in for Kendall Jackson, but I sold them a different Chardonnay
Right.
with margin. And so both of these answers are of course right. I'm curious, and we don't know where you are in your life cycle. What I've watched a lot of people do is try to go, Band-Aid off from low margin to
Yeah.
some new innovation that maybe the market doesn't want. I think the hedge there that's interesting to understand, I really felt the effects of this, is use it as an offense. Right now, we're testing Facebook ads for my wine business, and everything we're using are these low margin items because they have the brand equity to drive in, and then we'll take care of it from there. So you may be far enough along in your business where the first answers here were 100% right. You need to get into a place where the margins are going to get right, but I worry, depending on your sophistication as an operator, that you go complete cold turkey. There's a way to use the low margin items as an
Right.
asset.
That's a very good idea, but I would use the low margin items and the margin from those low margin items to invest in other areas.
100%. That's what I did, right? The pennies we made turned
Yeah.
into the advertising
Right.
that drove people in, then I grabbed them, and so da-da-da-da-da. India.